Whoa, we're back. Guys, it's been a while. It's been a hot minute. I haven't done a live in 2025. This is the first of 2025. You folks have been wondering, been asking me, hey, you going live again? The answer is yes. I'm giving myself a little grace as well. I didn't put a ton of planning into the live stream today, and that's on purpose. I'll explain to you why in a minute, but we're going to be just covering a few things that I want to talk about today and essentially ease myself back into live streaming in season 7 of the podcast. So, welcome back, all you folks that are tuning in. Slowly but surely, we'll get people back on the cadence. We're going to be going live now every Friday at 1500 hours Eastern Standard Time. So, I changed it from Thursday afternoon because of life. Jiu-jitsu, actually. My kids' jiu-jitsu, my jiu-jitsu, which is getting too much to handle on a Thursday. It's a busy day. So Friday's a lot easier. Everybody's kind of chilled out. 3:00, people are tuning out at work. They might be tuning into their phones, burning the last hour, maybe, depending on the type of job you have. Hopefully listening to me, getting a few yucks, getting a bit of information and becoming a little bit harder to kill. So if I'm a little bit rusty, that's the reason why. So let's first get into the comments. Guys, if you're tuning in and you're like, hey, you guys, you're back on, drop it in the comments. Tell me how excited you are. And tell me where you're listening from. I always like to get a vibe as to where folks are tuning in from. I'm assuming mostly Canada. So give me the city, the town, the sea container you're sitting in right now. And let's get into it. I wanted to cover off a few things that happened over the last 3 months. So they may not be in chronological order, but I still think they're important. So a lot of work's been going on behind the scenes here. I think you're going to be really impressed with season 7. I'm impressed actually with who's coming on for season 7. So if you're fired up, let me know in the comments. Let's make this happen. And welcome back, folks. If you're tuning in from X, or if you're tuning in for Facebook, welcome. If you're tuning in on YouTube, welcome. Make sure to subscribe on all the platforms. Make sure you show me some love and help grow this podcast so we can help 100,000 veterans lose 2 million pounds. All right. So, whoa, hey, Big Bert from Dorval. That's awesome. Thanks, Stephanie Bertosi, for tuning in. It's my wife. Clearly, not working hard on a Friday at 3 p.m., which is fine. I'm okay with that. It's Friday. About to go get some tacos later. I'm pretty pumped. But the first thing I wanted to cover off, if you haven't checked it out yet, was my conversation with Grunt Style. Who's Grunt Style, you say? These guys. So the American Grit podcast is one of the podcasts in their sphere. They are Grunt Style's podcast. So Grunt Style is a large lifestyle business, the veteran apparel brand of the United States of America. Tim Jensen, who's the CEO, friend of mine, wrote the forward to Harden the Fuck Up, my book, which is right over there. And he invited me down to have a chat about health and fitness issues for the veteran population. So if you haven't watched the episode, I strongly recommend that you do. Look, we went for an hour and 47 minutes and could have covered off more. It's humorous, but also serious at the same time. We tackle a bunch of different topics. We tackle veteran suicide, the contrast between what's going on in the States and Canada. FYI, it's not good. Burn pits and weird cancers as well. How the Americans are treating it versus how we're just not ignoring it completely here in Canada, and what we can do moving forward. So if you're curious to know more, it's on their YouTube channel. Okay, you can listen to the podcast directly. I strongly recommend going over there. And hey, why don't I just put the link in there so it makes life easy for you? So put it in the comments here. So after you're done watching this here, head over, give them a like and subscribe. And make sure they know that you're liking this content. And it's also published on my podcast. The audio is published on my podcast as well. So if you haven't tuned in yet, go listen, because this is what is going to carry the podcast over the next year, maybe 2, maybe 3, in terms of advocacy and making sure that we get the care that we're desperately in need of, especially here in Canada, and that we don't look to reinvent the wheel. A lot of things that are coming out of the US, I would say they're maybe a decade, maybe even 2 decades ahead of us in terms of advocacy and making sure that their veteran population is looked after. We can do better here in Canada, and that's why I'm really pumped to be partnering up with Grunstyle and doing all kinds of cool stuff in the future as well. So go check it out. Next up, do you guys want to actually? Do I save the best for last? Yeah, let's save the best for last. Do you guys want to get fired up and fit for the summer? I'm sure you do, right? I know I do. I'm losing weight. I got a jiu-jitsu competition coming up. I know, 26th of April. Pretty apprehensive? No, that's not the right word. Scared as fuck. It's probably better the way to describe it. Never fought before. I've never fought in a competition before. So this is big for me. And the cool thing is my family's coming along. We're having like a fight day. My son and daughter are going to be competing as well. So the whole family's going to be kicking ass and taking names. That's going to be on the 26th. I'm definitely going to be posting more about it. I just posted today on Instagram for anybody that's a BJJ competitor to shoot me some tips in the comments. If you're a BJJ competitor, you're doing BJJ a while and you compete in a few matches, in a few fights, let me know in the comments. What should I be doing? And what should I be preparing for? I'm getting fitter. I'm cutting weight. I got to make weight. I got to make weight at 208 pounds. That means I've still got like 10 pounds to go in like 3 weeks. So I'll be posting about that. So that being said, Veterans Getting Fit AF, which is what I have here. This is our community. So if you guys are unaware and you're maybe new to the channel, Veterans Fit AF, Getting Fit AF is my learning platform. So for all you folks that listen to the podcast, or maybe this is the first time listen to the live of the podcast, there's 250 some episodes of the podcast. I don't imagine you're going to listen to everyone. So what I've done is use this community to synthesize what we're learning, but practically apply it. So you can join for free for 1 week to try it out. It's $29 a month membership. And there's free programs in here. Well, once you're in here, they're available to you. There's nutrition programs. There's weekly Q&As. There's PT that we do every Monday morning. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can benefit from for $1 a day. And next week, I'm going to be announcing our new program. I just invented it, so give me a second here. It is called Operation Summer Strike. Get Fit AF. Only here in the Veterans Getting Fit AF community. So you become a member, and now you can participate in Operation Summer Strike. It's a 2-week program. We're going to create your program. We're going to then have your nutrition program, and then you're going to be able to post your progress in the community and get the support from the coaches here. Again, $29 a day. You're not going to find a better deal anywhere. I want you guys to show up, train hard, eat well, and see the results that you want. You're going to be losing weight and you can cancel anytime. So guys, I hope that was a good enough pitch for you. I'm going to put the link right here for you to join up. So if you're a member of the community, you automatically can enter, right? It's going to be posted. You can follow along like all the other courses that we have. This one's going to be starting in 2 weeks. So next week, we're loading everybody up. Week after that, we fire it up and start working on it. My link didn't want to post. Wait a moment. Try again. Here we go. There we go. So you guys can sign up right there. The link is in the comments. And moving on, who's on the guest list this year for season 7? Season 7. I know it's hard to believe. I'm doing this 7 years. 7 years I've been doing this podcast, and we're starting to see some real traction here. So I'm really optimistic about season 7, guys. Just look at who's on the guest. And there's more too. This is only just one page. I haven't published the second page of awesome guests that are already confirmed. But Trevor Miller, we chatted actually yesterday. Trevor Miller is from Ambio Sciences, Life Sciences. This is the organization that helped Sean Ryan have his journey with Ibogaine and essentially rid him of his alcohol addiction and also bring him to another level of consciousness, which if you watch the show, you can see there's been a shift. Okay. So Trevor's a good Canadian boy. And we had a buddy of his too, Gordon Hurley, Canadian Armed Forces vet, chat about his experience with ibogaine and psychedelics in general. I think you're really going to enjoy the conversation, and that's going to be coming out in the next few weeks. Also, our man Dallas, he's going to be back on next week. Again, Dallas is a beauty of a human. If you haven't listened to our first episode, I recommend you go check it out. If you did check it out, give us a thumbs up in the comments. Be like, yeah, that was a great episode. Or like, man, I don't know. I don't know about this Dallas guy. But I've got a few things that are going to be of interest. I think I want to focus the conversation more around health and fitness and what he does in order to stay healthy and fit. And I've come up with the Dallas protocol. So you can tune into that once the episode drops. We're going to record on the 9th. So expect that to come out in a week or so afterwards. And then Tamara Litch. Whoa, big news, right? Today, the final verdict came down that she is guilty of public mischief. So 2 years, tens of millions of dollars is spent to convict her of public mischief for leading and organizing the trucker convoy. This is Canada, man. So we're going to get to hear firsthand her account and what she has to say about the whole ordeal. I'm super curious. Like, what does she have to say? Right? There's no, I guess, quote unquote, sentencing yet. It'll be interesting to see how the court doles that out. But all the other charges were either dropped or stayed because they just didn't make any more sense. So there you go. Tamara Leach is going to be on the show. I'm really pumped about that. And then, guys, if you don't know who Dr. Peter McCullough is, Peter McCullough is one of the first doctors to speak out against all the COVID insanity. He was talking about, hey, we can treat people as like, I'm a doctor. He's one of the most published doctors on the planet, like peer-reviewed research. He goes, there's other ways to treat this thing. We don't need a vaccine. And he was pilloried, called a quack, a conspiracy theorist. Well, history is proving all of them wrong. And he's got a really interesting protocol that I've been following actually for the last few years since it was published and peer reviewed to rid your body of spike protein. So having taken the jabby, I freaked out a little bit. And so I continued to do a protocol that we're going to go over on our conversation. And that will be on the 16th of April. So I hope you guys are excited. Hope you guys are really excited. If you are excited, drop a like, drop a comment, and drop me some recommendations. Who would you like to see on the show? Put it here. If you're tuning in again and this isn't on a live, I go through all the comments, guys. So put it here in the comments that I want to see so-and-so. And I love reaching out to folks and seeing if they'll have a chat on the show. So following up with our last point today, like I said, I wanted to save the best for last. So Operation Flow State. Now, Operation Flow State is where I was last week. So last week, I spent an entire week in beautiful Tulum, Mexico. And although this felt like a vacation, the point of it was to get a deeper connection with myself and improve my BJJ at the same time. Because like I said, I got a competition coming up. I got to hone my skills. This retreat is for veterans and first responders. Dave Swoboda has been on my show a few times. He's a huge supporter of the podcast. And he created this amazing event that I will continue to sing its praises forever and ever and ever. Because I had a profound, and when I say profound, I mean profound, religious, spiritual, whatever you want to call it, experience during this retreat. So much so that it's completely changed the way I look at my life. I won't get into the finer details, but on this retreat, we had a pretty regimented schedule. In the morning, we did our PT. We microdosed psilocybin. We set our intention. And then beautiful meals. But we also did at night, we did some ganja yoga, which was awesome. And then we also did a breathwork ceremony. And that was, I can't even put words to it, how impactful it was. And we weren't even using serious psychedelics, just using my breath. So if you guys are interested in this type of stuff, if you guys are interested in healing and getting to the root cause of why you're still suffering, There is nothing like this retreat, guys. This is the single best thing I've ever done in terms of healing was this retreat. Now, they don't have a new date set up just yet, but as they do create new dates, I will be the first to share them. Now we've got here Seb, who was our chief instructor. If you don't know who Seb is, Seb Lavoie is an absolute beauty of a human being. He was our chief BJJ instructor. This is actually Jared here. Jared's a beast of a human being, Marine Corps veteran, and up and coming BJJ champion, likely in the future. And your paradise here is exactly what it is. This is where we eat every day here, and this is our little pool. It was just so well done. Small group of police officers, first responders, military members. It was just incredible. So this here, believe it or not, for all you Canadians out there, listen up. If you have your education reimbursement from Veterans Affairs, you can apply to have this covered by your education reimbursement. How do I know this? I did it. All I had to do was cover my flights. So if, cost is an issue, I don't quite have the money, it's a few $1,000. It's not cheap, right? $24.50 USD. So ask about VAC funding options. I'm going to be doing a training on how to actually do this for free so that you can make your applications. Okay. So if you're excited, drop it in the comments. Be like, yeah, I want that training, Dave. Make it happen. Some of this has been already done in the Veterans Getting Fit AF community. So if you're a member there already, you can find that training. However, I want to make it more specific and not broad in terms of we're talking about everything. I want to just talk about how to apply for this yourself. These type of things are going to be coming down the pipe. And by these type of things, I mean how to use your benefits so that you can benefit. So there's a lot of different programs. There's a lot of different funding mechanisms out there that I'm continually trying to access and use so that I can share with you guys. And I need to do a better job of that. So with that being said, this year I'm going to be focusing on how do we get better access? How do we open up programs? How do we use what we have at our disposal to become a healthier, fitter, harder to kill community? So that's going to be my promise to you guys. And I'm going to bring on the guests that can help us along in that journey. And I hope you guys are fired up about what's coming down the pipe in 2025, because I know I am. So if you're wondering, Dave, you seem a little bit chilled out today on the podcast. It's because I totally am. I'm super chilled out. Like I said to my friend the other day, I was like, man, I feel like I'm just like molasses right now. I'm just like flowing heavy. And that's thanks to the state of mind that I was put in at Operation Flow State. Now that I'm back in the matrix, the stress is starting to dial up a little bit. My head's getting itchy because my tantrum is coming back. Maybe it's too much information, but there's definitely a change from when you're over there to here. And now it's a matter of recognizing that and seeing if I can mitigate it as much as possible. Part of that is talking to you in the community and seeing the effect it has. I want to share just some nice words that have come my way as well, and send a thank you, because some of it is anonymized, and this has to do with my book. So if you guys were unaware, I wrote a book. It's called Harden the Fuck Up, and some of the comments here are great, guys. So let me just read them out here. So some of the earlier comments from Michael Peterson. I came across this book after seeing a random Facebook post promoting it. So on a whim, I ordered it. To say it had an impact on me would be an understatement. Oh, let me actually put this up on the screen. There we go. I'm also a veteran of the Canadian Forces, and like Dave, things took a downturn after my release. This culminated in me having a serious heart attack at a relatively young age. Reading this book not only helped motivate me to change, but helped me make a plan on how to do it. This book is succinct and concise, an entertaining and easy read. I haven't read a book in over a decade, but once I picked it up, I couldn't put it down. If these last few paragraphs resonate with you even a little bit, order the book. You will not be disappointed. So thanks for that, Michael Peterson. And geez, there's a whole bunch. Yeah, Jordan here. He's from the US. Yeah, right on. Unapologetically bold, a blueprint for resilience and strength. A man committed to growth in mind, body, and spirit. Harden the fuck up. Hit me in this like a sledgehammer of truth. This isn't just another fitness book. It's the blueprint for resilience and accountability. The no nonsense wisdom in these pages speaks directly to those of us who are done making excuses. It's raw, practical, and unapologetically focused on transformation. From sharpening your physical edge to cultivating the mental toughness required to thrive in an unpredictable world. If you're ready to stop living passively and start showing up for yourself, Harden the Fuck Up is a must read. No fluff, no BS, just powerful insights to push you toward the man you're meant to be. So thanks, Jordan. Really appreciate that. And if you guys are on the fence, hey, maybe maybe this could help. Join the community first. Find out a little bit more. We go through this protocol all the time. Okay. The book is there literally to be a guide so that you can harden yourself up. And that is different for every human being. But practically speaking, you got to do some PT, you got to do some mindfulness, you got to do some nutrition stuff, and you got to find what you actually enjoy so that you can actually enjoy your life. Who would have thought, right? It's not just about doctor's appointments and going to work and working. It's about actually enjoying yourself. So this book is 19 chapters of that from 19 of the best experts that I've had on the podcast conveying their message to you. And there's also an audiobook version because like many of us, sometimes reading and sitting down reading, we're just not quite there yet. I know I had a hard time sitting down reading for a while. So audiobooks is a great way to access that. And this is all here in my page, guys. And you can go find your copy today. And I'd love to have you harden the fuck up this year. Okay. So guys, I said I wanted to be brief. This is about 30 minutes or so. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate you. So to recap here, we're going to be going live every Friday at 1500 hours on all the platforms you have here right now. So that's my promise to you guys. And from there on, season 7, we're going to be kicking ass and taking names. We got a stellar lineup of guests. And I want to know, what would you guys like to see? Give me some more feedback. Make sure it's in the comments. I read all the comments on YouTube. Hit me up on Instagram. Let's make this the best season possible. I still want to hit that goal of getting 100,000 veterans to lose 2 million pounds. That's 20 pounds per veteran. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there, but we really need to ramp it up. So if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do so. If you have friends that could benefit, send it to them. Get social with social media. Don't just hog this to yourself. No more freeloading. Got to share. You got to subscribe. You got to hit like. You got to leave a comment. That's how the algorithm knows, hey, this is the stuff that actually people want to listen to. So make sure you do your due diligence and send this to as many folks that could benefit as possible. And I would really appreciate it. Before we log out here, Keith, I'm fat and happy. Hey, man, I think that's called a gourmand. And let's be honest, what's your definition of fat? I call myself fat all the time, but for somebody who's morbidly obese, they'd be like, Dave, shut your fucking mouth. You're not fat. So it's all relative. It's all relative. I'm fat for my jiu-jitsu competition, if that makes sense. But like you, I'm quite jovial and happy about it as well. So yeah, I got a little fluff from the winter, but so be it. Just makes my job a little harder, and I appreciate the struggle a little bit more. So folks, really appreciate you tuning in, and don't forget, train hard, fight easy. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.